profession. I liked looking at it. I liked seeing people with tattoos, but I didn't know anything about what I was doing. I just knew that it looked really neat, and it was another way for me to express myself. My name is Halo, and I own Black Lotus Tattoos in Severn, Maryland, and I've been tattooing for roughly around 10 years now. Once I got into it, I started realizing there's an entire subculture, there's an entire community of artists and people that are trying to, you know, change the community and make it better. And I think once I got into that part of it, I just fell in love with it and instantly was just drawn to getting better and trying to do more with it. Everyone works a little different, you know. There's artists that need, you know, time to draw, or sometimes there's artists that need to be able to have the client there to be able to come up with things. And I've noticed that my creative process happens as soon as I find out what it is. I almost instinctively know and can see what I'm doing. So as soon as somebody says, hey man, this is what I want, everything starts firing right away. And typically what I'll do is I'll draw on my client, you know, just kind of honestly make it up as I go. There's a I don't know, man, as an artist, I think there's just kind of something that happens when somebody gives you an idea. The first thing that pops in your head, I've always trusted my instincts, and I just try to roll with it as soon as it hits me. So there's a lot of different styles of art and tattooing that have inspired my work throughout the years. I consistently find myself almost like ADD, getting attracted to one style of art or another. So for a long time, I was real big into just doing traditional style tattooing. I feel like after I, you know, did that for a while, I came into like this hyper realism style of tattooing that they're doing in California and stuff like that. And then I got really attracted to it, and then for about 3 or 4 years I started doing that. I think just artists as a whole, you know, tattooing and painting alone, I've learned to have an appreciation for all kinds of different art. And I feel like as much of that as you can appreciate, that's more that you can incorporate into your artwork. If us as artists are not giving people new things, then we're not speaking as artists, we're following the trends just as well. It's one of the reasons I like working with the guys that I have here, is because we're all trendsetters. You know, we all try to do our own thing. All of us try to create constantly. We try to make new art, so hopefully we're creating a couple trends as well. I think Baltimore's a really cool place to tattoo. You know, I've tattooed in a lot of places in a lot of different cities, and I always end up coming back to Baltimore. There's something real unique about the community as a whole. With Micah right down the street, there's a lot of artists that are coming from, you know, all parts of the country to be here to learn art. And I think that what that does is it kind of, I don't know, it kind of creates an artistic vibe where you're not doing the same kind of tattoos all the time that you would normally get in most inner cities. Baltimore's a really unique spot. If I were to stay anywhere in tattoo, man, I feel like I picked a good home spot to be in if I wanted to be an artist. And tattooing's definitely saved my life.